What's up, guys? BD Wiz, oldschoolstereo.com. Today we're going to look at a JL Audio XD600/1 V2 tiny little amplifier. You can see here on the JL site it retails for $449. We'll take a look. It's got 4-gauge inputs for power and ground. It has RCA in and outs. It has a remote level adjustment, which is not included. You have to buy it separately. And it has 8-gauge speaker connections. Here on the top of the amplifier you can set the crossover frequency, the turn on mode, input voltage, infrasonic filter, etc. Here you can see the amplifier all hooked up with the 4-gauge Stinger Pro Series OFC wire, the 6000 series RCAs, and the 8-gauge Pro OFC speaker wire. Now let's take the bottom panel off and check out the guts of this little joker. It's got quite a nice sized transformer there, plenty of filtering caps. Again, this amplifier is rated 600 watts times 1 at 2 ohms mono. So let's look at the guts here a little bit more, and then we'll put it on the dyno and see how it does. Alright guys, let's fire up the good old Amp Dyno. Try this bad boy out at 4 ohms first, certified up to 1% THD. It's rated 400 watts at 14.4. Oh yes, Big D likes it. 417, 14.34. And we pulled 45.8 amps of current. Now we'll try out the 2 ohm run. Again, this is where it's rated 600 watts at 14.4. Oh yes! Big D likey, 669, 14.03 volts. Rated plus more, that's what we like to see. And we pulled 86.4 amps of current. Alright, next we'll try uncertified at 2 ohms, which this takes us up to clipping. Check this out. Oh yes, 756, whoa, 756. 13.74 volts, 156 watts over the rated power. Pulled 102.2 amps of current. Now we'll try the dynamic run at 2 ohms. Again, this simulates a kick drum. It's a pulse beat at 40 hertz. Check this little 600 watt amp go. 796 watts, 13.97 volts. We like to see dynamic power like this. It makes it sound really good with subwoofers. Alright, now we're going to try a non-recommended JL test. 1.33 ohms, certified. 841 watts, kicking it. This little tiny amp putting out almost 900 watts. That's pretty incredible. I like it. Let's check out the current pull. 98.3 amps. So it did great, certified at 1.33. Let's try burst. Oh yes, check this out. 936, so we can go any higher. 936 watts at 14.4 volts. Very, very nice. Alright, here's a little comparison from my old school friends. Check out this, the JL versus an Alphasonic 2050i 100 watt amp. They're about the same size. Crazy! Alright, here's the full dyno results. Go ahead and pause if you want to check out the numbers. One thing to note, it did not do as well at 1 ohm as it did at 1.3, so I wouldn't go any less than that. But overall, excellent performance. JL XD600/1 V2. I think a lot of times in the car audio world, JL Audio gets criticized for their pricing. But here's the way I look at it. Things that are designed well, engineered well, built well, such as this amplifier, how small it is and the applications it works for, I mean, it's worth the money in some cases. I know it's $450 for a 600 watt amp, but just like when you're buying a car, I mean, sometimes you got to pay a little bit more for quality, right? That's kind of how I feel about it. So I know a lot of people are going to say, oh, this costs too much for what you get. But in my opinion, it's perfect. I love it. It does great. I think that JL is an excellent company. They make great products, and they did not pay me to say this. So this is Big D Wiz, oldschoolstereo.com. Until next time, make sure you subscribe, like, comment. I'm out of here. Alright, JL XD600/1 V2. It's not rated anything under 2 ohms, and I'm sure JL is not going to recommend you run it at 1 ohm, but we're going to try it. I bought the amp, it's mine, so nobody can tell me I can't do it, so I'm going to do it. Here we go. 40 hertz, 1 ohm, dynamic burst. Alright, 732 at 14.5. You notice it actually did more at 1.3 ohms. So it looks like that's the ohm load you can get the most power.